Hi everybody, I'm here with, I'm so excited because I'm here with someone I've known for 24 years. She's a celebrity fitness expert. She's written books and she's just done so much in the way of health, and she's helped so many of my clients achieve amazing bodies and fitness and health. And we all know how important it is to eat really healthy foods, and so I'm excited to introduce to you today Kaehler. And 24 years we've known each other.
That's amazing. Well, I'm excited to be here, and especially usually I'm in the salon with you.
You're on my table usually.
On the table. But today we're really going to talk about why whole foods are so important for snacking, for meals, and really it starts from the beginning, from the inside.
And absolutely.
How your skin looks.
Yes.
So choosing foods that are loaded with antioxidants and colorful. But you and I are moms.
We're mums, 13, and you've got your boys.
Right, I have 3 boys, and so having the just the education for them to learn how to choose a healthy choice is so important. So today I'm so excited to share that with
wait to see
our helpers.
I need our little helpers.
Right, and we're going to make some snacks so that they get the idea how easy it is and simple, and making that healthy choice is really what will help your skin. And this is Kaehler. So, you guys, we are going to talk about healthy foods for snacking. But what I want to know, Kaehler, you'll be first. What do you choose when you want something to eat? Like you're starving, you come home from school. Like, what's your go-to snack?
Be
honest.
Well, sometimes like what I'd like to eat is just usually it's bad food, so it's like junk or something, but sometimes I have like healthy apple or something like that.
But if it's junk, it's kind of, are you thinking like a potato chip, or is it French
like
fries or chips?
Yeah.
What about you, Grace?
Sometimes I would have sometimes I have an apple, or I have like pretzels or stuff like that, and like both junk and rarely healthy though. So
kind of a half and half.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, Nerida? We have some work to do, right?
They're being honest.
They are being honest. We like that. What I really want to share with you girls, and especially you guys, have a lot of friends, so this will be your opportunity to be kind of an influencer. But the important thing about a healthy snack is you want to have both a good fat, a good carb, and a good protein. So it's finding that snack that has all 3 of those components. So I'm going to teach you that, but you know what? We also have to stay hydrated. We are going to get one of those glasses going right now, because water, and I know Nerida will back me up on this.
I sure will.
100%. But water is really like the way to keep your skin hydrated, but also it makes up most of your body. Did you know that? We're made up mostly of water.
Almost 80%. Almost 80% of water.
And here's your glass, my friend.
Thank you.
But if we don't get enough water in, that can cause your skin to get dry, and it can cause a lot of other health issues. But having water as your go-to drink, because other drinks like sodas, coffees, some teas, they have caffeine, and that can dehydrate you. So let's hand you these cute aprons.
Oh, how amazing.
And you guys can pop those on, and we will get started on some healthy, very well balanced snacks. So one of the things that you can get in the habit of is getting your healthy foods prepped. So tell me like what kind of fruits and vegetables you like, Kaehler.
Well, I like apples and like I guess cucumbers and carrots, and then.
And how often do you have those ready so that you can have them as a snack?
Never really. Just like probably there'll be like a carrot and like the carrots in the fridge or something.
Okay. So Grace, if you had this as something that you could do on a regular basis, so think about your snacks before the week got started and prep them and put them in containers like this, then you would be able to get into that fridge and see that they're already prepared. Would that help you make a better choice?
Yeah.
So if we take some of these, and I'll put this right here because we'll fill that, but why don't you try a little hummus? So if you take one of those veggies, you could do a cucumber. Go ahead, don't be shy. And dip that into the hummus. Hummus is made out of a bean. Do you know what kind of bean?
No.
It's a garbanzo bean, or a chickpea, some people call it. But it's loaded with protein. And so remember when I said that we want to have the good fat, the good carb, and the good protein, that's what's there. So a veggie is actually a carbohydrate. But it's a good carbohydrate because it's loaded with fiber and vitamins and minerals, as opposed to a carb that you might see in what? A chip or a French fry. And then we have the healthy fat, because beans have some natural fat that's a good fat, and then the protein. So what do you think?
It's good.
Easy?
It's good.
Yeah, it tastes
Okay.
better.
Okay, here's another thing. You mentioned apples. So how do you normally eat your apple? Just like this, right? Okay, so this is a great snack because there's a lot of fiber, there's a lot of color. It's a whole food. It's got its own natural sugar. It's got fiber in it. But how can we add a good fat and a good protein to this apple? It's right in front of you.
Add with hummus or something.
You could do hummus, but you could also do, here's your slice. You could do almond butter. Okay? So why don't you take a little dip of that, and with the almond butter you're getting that good fat, you're getting that protein, and it's giving you a more balanced snack. So the idea is come up with balance in your snacking so that you get a more full feeling, because a snack does what? It ties you in between those meals, and you want it to be a snack that is going to satisfy your hunger but not yet overpower it with something that you get too many calories. And the idea about snacking is to have that balance so that the blood sugar doesn't spike. And a lot of times a snack, people think they'll grab a candy bar, they'll grab that bag of chips, and you eat that, and right away you are with a lot of energy, and then you might crash with low energy. So having that balanced snack is important. What is the role in like antioxidants in our skin, and why is it so important?
Well, I think, it's so great to see avocados because, avocado oil is used so much in treatment products today. It's so nourishing, it's hydrating, it's loaded with vitamins. And we want everything that's going to support the skin and keeping the glow and keeping the skin really pretty and healthy. I love too that you've got almond butter over peanut butter, because peanuts is something that we never use in skincare products for a reason. It's the composition of peanuts, but also it's not great for young teens if they're breaking out the peanuts. So I love that you've got the almond butter here. But the skin is just a reflection of what goes on the inside. And we know if we eat healthy, your skin is just going to look better. It's going to behave better, meaning that you're not going to get the breakouts that you would if you were eating all the bad foods. But having all of these great foods that are loaded with antioxidants and the colors too, is so important. And you know what I was going to ask you is nowadays I notice in some of the food stores, they have ready sliced vegetables that people are juicing. But is there much of a difference if they were, people that maybe were pushing on the time, if they were buying it already cut up in a bag? Is that going to...
One of the things that I always like to ask, and I think you guys need to get also this as a part of how we eat, is ask yourself that question. How was that cut? Who cut it? When was it cut? And as you can tell just from watching right now, we've already prepared this and it didn't take a lot of time. If you think about foods and where they come from, you have a better idea of just how fresh it can be
Yes.
and more nutrient dense.
Yes.
And a lot of times when you're purchasing something that's already pre-packaged, there can be a preservative placed on that item. So for example, some carrots may have a preservative to keep it looking as fresh, even though it may be
Yes.
weeks.
Yes.
So I
That's good
think
to know.
it takes a little bit of time and also to create that healthy relationship with our food. So these are heirloom, which just means they're an organic seed, and they have created the way to get some other colors into a carrot. So if you just cut this open, you'll see that this has a purple inside.
That's so great.
And heirloom just means it's a seed that's been from many generations, and it creates a variety in just a typical carrot. Plus it's a deep color, so this is a great food to get. And the avocado and celery. And then I also brought you some different type of crackers. So are you guys into crackers?
Yeah.
So these have more seeds in them. They have a whole grain, and so that has a lot more nutrient for your body as opposed to something that might just have more of a white flour, some process in it, some preservatives in it. So really paying attention to labels is another part. How involved are you at looking at labels when you choose something to eat?
Really, that's.
Yeah, for me, honestly, I wasn't really, looking before, but, I started to care more about my body and, how my skin is, so now I look at labels, every single time I pick up something from the grocery store.
And what part of the label do you look at? What's the first thing?
Usually the calories or the sugars they have in it.
Okay, so calories and sugar.
Yeah.
The next thing that you want to look at is to see the actual ingredient list. And unfortunately, a lot of processed products have a lot of sugar in it. And sometimes they can put in a sugar and it's not even called what we would see as sugar. It might have some other names to it. So looking for foods that have limited ingredients if it's coming out of a box, but more importantly, try and get more of these items. And as Nerida was saying, this is what's important to our skin.
And when Kathy mentioned earlier, you mentioned about water and how important it is drinking water, is because our bodies are made of almost 80% water. Can you believe that? That what happens is if you think about a river, while ever a river is moving, the water stays clean and healthy. But as soon as you get to a dam or something where the water is still, it's rancid and it gets dirty. And that's like your body. So not only Kathy being an amazing fitness expert in that she knows the importance of movement, but also the importance of drinking and keeping fluids in your body and keeping foods moving through your body. It not only, it keeps your skin healthy, it keeps you healthy. And we're living longer now. So I know at 13, who's thinking about that, right?
Exactly.
But when you get to, well, let's just say, a long way further down the track, that it's we're living longer. So you've got to keep healthy. This is all great information for you girls to go forward,
and to make sure that you are creating these habits and that they become part of your lifestyle. And as you become more where you're a young adult and things are different in your lifestyle, where you might be at school, away from home, or onto your own home in the future. These are the important foundation of how you will maintain a healthy lifestyle. So I think we've had some incredible information and education, and hopefully that you guys will take this home and start this as a regular routine and practice. And I love just the incredible skin information and how food is really a reflection of what's going on the inside.